a great day when you're hanging around. Nothing's ever gonna bring me down. Good times are coming our way. Whenever, wherever, whatever today.
Today is going to be a great day. I am Nikki G, your host. Welcome to the Lone Doctrine, the food for thought exploration station, and your place in making today better than yesterday. We keep it short, simple, actionable, and practical. I almost missed that intro because I was rocking out to the music. I've decided to explore and face head-on the topic of change. Sometimes change can be great, but sometimes it can be scarier than all heck. Yes, I said heck. Last month, we talked about self-care, which has been a huge change in my life. In fact, I'm still on that self-care journey, as we all are, which I believe has been a good change in my life. For those of you that know. But for our new listeners, I have, for the most part, been that person that burns the candle at both ends. In fact, somehow, I was able to find a series of candles and, for lack of a better metaphor, blowtorch them all. I've been through multiple burnouts. I've gotten rid of all of my furniture to force myself to only work. I've done various other unhealthy resolves and even ended up in the hospital. Take it from me, this is not a way to live your best life. And so, I had to make some serious changes. Change, according to the dictionary, which surprisingly had a long list of definitions, here's just a handful. Change, to make different in some particular way, to change the will, to make radically different, to give a different position, course, or direction, to replace with another, to make a shift from one to another. Change can mean a lot of different things in our lives, good or challenging. Change is inevitable. When you heard the word change, what comes to mind? Sometimes when things are good, we don't want them to change. But most certainly when life is hard, we not only want change, but need change. Today, I'd like to explore with you the pieces of The Meaning of Life, Transitioning by Steve Pavlina. Once you've defined your purpose and identified some goals and projects based on that purpose, most likely you'll find that you have to move in a different direction. You may have been trekking down your current path for years, and now you set a whole new direction. I'm raising my hand. It's possible that almost every part of your life will have to change. Your health habits, your social relationships, your work, your career, and even your spiritual practices, whatever spirituality means to you. Here's some actionable and practical ways to embrace change for the better. Try shifting gears. Clarity is greatly reduced whenever you turn a corner in life. So the first thing you can expect when you change directions is that you'll experience a tremendous lack of clarity. Imagine you're driving a car through a busy downtown area. You may be able to clearly see the road for many blocks ahead of you. But if you're about to make a turn, you may not be able to see more than a few yards around the corner as you approach it. Your view is blocked by obstacles. And if it's a road you've never been down before, you won't quite know what to expect. However, once you've completed most of the turn, you will again be able to see very far down the road in your new direction. Life is much the same way. Your ability to see what lies ahead will be very limited as you shift directions. But as you complete the turn, clarity will once again return. This couldn't be more helpful and more a seed of greatness to give you that peace of mind that when you're making those big changes, feeling like you're lost, feeling like you're left in the dark is completely normal. I have been there time and time again. But the most important thing is to keep stepping, keep trying, keep doing new things, and keep pushing through. And take your time. When you make a big transition in your life, take your time. You don't have to change every area of your life simultaneously within the next 30 days. Changing too many things at once can be stressful. So take steps to manage the stress by keeping some parts of your life stable as you change others. If you turn a corner too fast, you'll flip the car or spin out of control. True? But even if you take the turn gradually, you'll still feel a force pulling you to the side. You have to maintain your grip on the wheel and keep control as you change directions. Once you've completed the turn, then you can relax and loosen up a bit. Your new momentum will carry you forward. So once we're making this huge change, how do we deal with the social resistance? Aside from the things in your environment, you also have to deal with the people. Many listeners have told me that the social resistance is a big problem for them. They make a plan to change their lives, and then their friends or family talk them out of it. You need to trust your own judgment more than the opinions of others. Even with good intent, take it with a grain of salt. Even if you turn out to be wrong, you'll learn more about yourself in the process and will be able to make a better decision in the future. Many people fear change, and your attempt to change your life for the better is perceived as a threat. Ask yourself which of your friends will be able to handle the new you once you've completed this transition. Will you still be able to be friends after the change? Close, genuine friendships can handle such a transition, but many casual friendships and associations cannot. The same goes for other relationships. Many relationships do not survive such a change. But what kind of relationship did you have anyways if making a change to better your life results in a breakup? It just means the relationship was based on something impermanent. You're better off making the change and seeing if your relationship is strong enough to handle it than using the relationship as an excuse for staying put. A good relationship should help you grow, not hold you back. And there's nothing wrong with the temporary, or what I like to call seasonal, relationships. A breakup is not the end of the world. People do it every day and still live to talk about it. So many changes throughout my life. I have lost friends. I have lost bandmates. For those of you who don't know, I'm also a professional musician. I have been through the ringer on so many different social levels. I don't have time to discuss them in this one podcast. It is a normal evolution to sometimes only have people in your life for a season. And I try to do my best to lift others. But sometimes those people either aren't ready or don't want to go in the direction that you're going. And that's okay. It can be difficult because, of course, when you love somebody, when you're super good friends with someone and you think nothing could break that relationship, sometimes when you come across change, it shows the true colors of each of the people involved, including yourself. And it's then that you have to choose. Am I going to continue to grow or am I going to stay put? When you consciously undergo a major life transition, be patient with yourself. When you're met with environmental or social resistance, take steps to reduce or minimize the resistance instead of struggling against it. Expect that clarity will be reduced as you turn the corner, but know that it will return as you're speeding off into a new direction. Managing a major life transition is a lot of work. I'm raising my hand again, but you'll come out on the other side in a much better position. The long-term gain is well worth the short-term pain. If you found value in the Lone Doctrine or if you believe in our mission, we would be so grateful for your support. We've partnered up with Patreon, a place where you as a supporter can become a patron in helping us stay on air and keep fighting the good fight. By becoming a Patreon, you make today better than yesterday. Visit patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, patreon.com/Lone Doctrine, or the link in the show notes. There's a great quote, "Be a fountain, not a drain," and we hope to be able to continue to be your fountain of food for thought. The exchange in your support not only results in good vibes, but anything and everything goes towards the betterment of our mission. Thank you so much for your consideration, and an extra thank you to our current Patreons, and we hope to see you over at patreon.com/Lone Doctrine. Thank you again for your consideration. It really means the world to us to have your support. And again, an extra thank you to all our current Patreons. And until next time, keep fighting the good fight.
It's up.